Good evening, everyone. I'm here with my big boy. He's so excited. He has his dinner. He's got butternut, strawberries, and apples. And of course, corn in a bucket. Right? Here, my big boy. Oh, I'm so tired. Guys, I'm sorry this morning. I couldn't make a video because Buck did not show up on time. I tried to come out at like 8:40. A little bit like, it was a little bit past 8:35. To call him, and I stood here for 10 minutes waiting for him, and my husband had to go to work. So Mondays, like I said, I can't always promise a morning video because with Buck, he doesn't always show up early on Mondays. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Because usually on Tuesdays up to Saturdays, even Sundays, I'll come out at 9:30 calling him, 9 o'clock, 9:30, and he comes. But this morning was a little bit before 9, and he did not show up. So I just dumped all the food in his bucket, which he definitely ate it all because his bucket is empty. So I know he definitely ate all his breakfast. And now he's here for dinner. I didn't even see him this morning. Right? I didn't even get to see this cute boy this morning. Yeah, I didn't even see you this morning, Buck. Give me kisses? Baby. Yeah, eat your food. What happened? Where you going? I wonder if he picked up because I was hanging out with my mother-in-law today. Did you pick up her scent? You want the food in your bucket? All right, guys, hold on. Let me put all this in his bucket. He gave me kisses, but then he ran away. You a funny Buck. I swear to God, you're so funny. I swear, this deer is a funny character. He really is. Here, my big boy. Okay, bon appetit. He's got his whole big dinner. So he's got corn, 2 sliced apples, a nice chunk of like butternut squash, also sliced into squares, and sliced up strawberries. I sliced up like 4 or 5 strawberries. So Buck has a nice dinner. I even added ice cubes in his water to make the water nice and cold. Because today was a little bit warm out. I mean, now it's beautiful again, but this afternoon it was pretty warm. Oh, look who showed up. Baby, I don't have seeds for you. I mean, seeds. That chipmunk is looking for peanuts. I'm sorry, I said seeds. He's really looking for peanuts. I don't have peanuts, baby. That was this morning, which I didn't even see the chipmunk either this morning, honestly. I didn't see nobody this morning. The only ones that came this morning was the squirrels. I seen 2 squirrels I was hanging out with. I didn't see Buck. I heard Bluey. I didn't see Bluey this morning, but I heard him, like, the screams that he makes. Now it's just me and Buck. Yeah, so that's why this morning I couldn't make a video. I announced it, I think, a few weeks ago I announced it, that I can't always promise Monday morning videos. The evening, yes, they will always be there. But the Monday mornings, my husband goes to work. He leaves the house a lot earlier than during the week, than like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's why Monday mornings, it's like if Buck doesn't show up, I can't sit out here and wait for him for like, 20 minutes, a half hour, like sometimes like I do. So I just threw all the food in his bucket, which I know he definitely ate it all because his bucket is clean. Usually if he didn't touch the food from his bucket, I'll know because there will always be leftover corn and apples in his bucket, like last year. Last year, one time I dumped the breakfast in his bucket because I didn't get to see him for breakfast. And then by the time he walked up for dinner, he still had some of the breakfast apples in his bucket and a little bit corn. So that's how I know he didn't really like eat much of his breakfast. But this time he ate it all. And I've been collecting acorns. I actually have, you guys are going to laugh, look. I have a few in my pocket that I collected already for him. I got to add it to the bucket. I'm going to start giving it to him when the bucket is like half full. Then I'll start giving it to him. Even if he jumps over and he comes on our side, he will find them for sure on his own. But I'm just going to gather a whole bunch for him. So he'll have them for like a whole month of September. He'll have them. I'm probably going to start giving them to him sometime next week. I like to stock up a lot before I start. Because then what I do is usually in the morning or dinner time, I dump them in a bucket with the corn. And he eats them with his corn. So I would probably give it to him for breakfast. So it'll be like extra goodies for breakfast. They have water. So everybody has water. And Buck has his food. My mother-in-law is with my son. I came out here at 4:30. So I told my mother-in-law, I said, Buck is probably waiting for me. I was like, can I go feed him now? I said, because I want to start getting him used to the winter time, which is 4:30. Usually in the winter, I always feed him around between 4 and 4:30. I try not to push it to like 5, 6 o'clock, because then it starts getting dark by like 5 p.m. in the winter. So that's why I'm trying to, like, you know, push his dinner a little sooner than later. And Buck is always here at the spot at 4:15. He's always usually waiting. Like, once I walked up to the spot, he was already here waiting. And once he seen me, he started wagging his tail. He knew. He was like, yep, my mom is here with my goodies. Oh my God, the chipmunk is collecting all the corn that Buck drops. Look at that. That's so funny. I forgot to actually dump a handful of corn by the tree the way I normally do. Honestly, I forgot to do that. But that chipmunk is collecting the corn that Buck's dropping, so he's gonna have some corn. Right, Buck? You have somebody cleaning up after you. That chipmunk is cleaning up after Buck right now. There you see? All the corn that falls out of Buck's mouth, the chipmunk collects. The chipmunk is right there collecting it. I can't. That chipmunk is too funny. Yep, that's the chipmunk that lives on my side. Now he just ran to my side. I'm surprised that chipmunk is not collecting acorns. I guess they don't eat acorns, the chipmunks, because it's not collecting it. Because there's a lot on my side. It's all over the property. A lot. Because there's a tree in front of our house that actually throws them. But it's a beautiful evening. This morning it was gorgeous out. I was hoping that Buck would have showed up because it was so beautiful out. I mean, right now it's still beautiful, just like this morning. But it was weird, the weather, because around 12 o'clock all the way up to like 3 o'clock, it was hot. It got warm out, like high 70s. And now it started to cool off again, the weather. That's how it is right now. In the morning and at night, it's cool. And afternoon, early noon up to like afternoon is hot. So this weather is like, it's like that right now. So the best times to be outside is either early in the morning, like to get that cool air, or anytime after 6 p.m. I mean, right now it's beautiful out, thank God. It's not warm. It's not too warm like it was earlier. Around 3 o'clock, it was actually warm out. Like the sun was beaming strong, which I don't mind a sunny day. I never mind a sunny day. But right now, I've been enjoying the cooler weather. I'm like, and at least my big boy over here, this one, he doesn't have to worry about horse flies and mosquitoes flying around. Like right now, I don't see nothing by his face. So I'm happy about that. And I don't have to stay in here and get like mosquito bites. I went out with my son today. I have to say, my son is so good in stores, guys. He's like a big boy. Because I have this bassinet stroller. I'm sure the girls in my chat know what I'm talking about. It looks like a bassinet, but it's a stroller. And it's good because he can sleep in it, you know. If he falls asleep, let's say, inside the stroller, it's good because, like, you know, he's laying down flat where he can actually get a good nap while I'm walking around the aisles. So it was nice. He was like sleeping a little bit in the stores, then waking up, looking around, amazed. Because right now my son, he loves looking at everything. You know, everything is new to him. I was telling my husband, I was like, babe, I was like, this winter when we get our first snow day, I said it's going to be the baby's first snow day too, where I'm going to bring him outside, like I'll cover him up. If it's too cold, let's say on our first snow day, I was thinking about it. If it's too cold, let's say for me to bring him out to see the snow, I'll bring the snow inside the house. I'll get a little cup and literally grab a little bit of snow, like clean snow, and bring it inside the house so my son could experience, like, you know, touch it and feel it and stuff. So I'm excited about all that. I'm so excited. Honestly, I've been enjoying being a mommy. I feel like taking care of my animals, like taking care of Buck and my dog, it's kind of like prepped me a little bit, you know, of taking care of somebody. I know it's different of taking care of an animal and a human. Totally different. Definitely totally different. But it's kind of like, you know, I got it. I got the hang of it since my son was in the house. Since he first came into the house, I've been getting the hang of it, of like feeding him and stuff and waking up every morning, you know? Wow, guys, look, he emptied out his bucket. Good boy. Oh, my big boy, you ate good. Look at those muscles on his back. Those are all muscles, guys. That's why, that's all muscle. That's not bones. Like, he's not bony. He's actually really solid. Buck is really solid. Sometimes on camera, he could look like you would think you would see bones, but no, guys. He's actually, Buck is a solid boy. He's a very solid boy, right? He's a solid, strong boy. I could tell because where my sister lives, you know, she has a lot of wild deers too. And when I go by her house, I can actually see some of the deers, like ribs and stuff. Like, they're a lot more bonier than people would think that Buck is. That sometimes when I go by my sister's house, like once a year, twice a year, I look at the deers over there and I tell my sister, I'm like, oh my God, I think I want to buy a bag of apples just to feed all the deers here. My sister's like, oh, you would need more than a bag of apples, because she has a lot of deers that come by her house. She literally will have like a whole family of deers, like 10 deers. So my sister told me, she was like, you wouldn't be able to do, if you lived here, you wouldn't be able to feed the deers the way you feed Buck. I said, no, it would probably be too expensive. Oh my God, that would be like a whole grocery shopping list, like the way we would shop for ourselves, just for deers. Imagine. I buy 30 to 35 apples a week for Buck. And by the end of the week, I usually have maybe like 3-4 apples left, let's say, before I go buy new, like, you know, a new batch of apples. So imagine if I have to feed like 10 deers or even 5 deers, like the way I feed Buck. I would have to buy, oh my God, probably like 50 apples a week. Forget it. So that's why I'm thankful and blessed to have this big boy come every day, you know, to hang out with me. Because I get to spoil him, and at the same time, he's bringing me peace. Oh my God. Look at these two. Look at these two. They're fighting. Please don't fight next to me. There's 2 squirrels, guys, and they're fighting. I get so nervous because I don't want them like trying to like tangle like and fight next to me where they're running up my head or something. I'm like, please don't like jump on me or anything. I'm not scared, but if you don't expect it, you know, and they do it, then I would probably jump. You nice and full, Buck? My big boy. All right, guys, I gotta get going. I don't want to keep my mother-in-law too long because she was out with us all morning. We went out literally, like after I fed Buck, like I came here to feed Buck, but he wasn't here. I dumped the food. I gave my son his first, like his second morning bottle of the day. And then I left to go out. So my mother-in-law's been out with us. I'm sure she's tired because she wakes up a lot earlier than I do, than me and my son. My mother-in-law is an early bird. So I'm sure she's tired and she wants to just like relax in her house, you know? So I'm gonna get going so my mother-in-law could go cook and just relax and just go chill in her place, you know? And I'm gonna go hang out with my son, which either he probably fell asleep. If not, I'll play with him, sit on the couch usually, and I play with him. I do tummy time. I let him do tummy time. I sit him on my lap, and then it's so cute because he like sits up with his body so straight up, like he's good. He's sturdy. He's a sturdy little guy. But look at these two. Look at these two. Those are the 2 squirrels that are fighting. See? See? Look at them. I swear they're crazy. These squirrels are crazy. You guys should not be fighting. I wonder if Buck is eating the what's it called? The acorns. I wonder if there is trees around here, over here in this forest. I'm sure there has to be. If there's one in front of my house, I'm sure there has to be more acorn trees, like in the forest where Buck lives. All right, so I'm gonna get going. I hope everybody has a great evening and a good night. And me and Buck will be back tomorrow morning. For sure, we'll be back tomorrow morning because tomorrow's my regular scheduled feed-in for him. Like, I don't have to worry about feeding him extra early or anything. I know I could feed him regular time like I normally do, which would be like 9:30, 10. So I hope everyone has a great day. And me and this beautiful big boy, we will be back tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. Ciao for now.